for you.
I got an army veteran to
You
prove
had
it.
two people lie for you.
I got cameras and tapes. I got cameras and tapes to even my job.
I knew it. I knew it. He's put me down so much, made me come on national TV and made me look like a slut in front of everybody.
I didn't make you come on national television.
Pat.
Kaylee's struggle has not been an easy one. She's been using heroin for over 6 years now. Whenever she goes broke, she prostitutes so she can make some money to get more heroin. Her ex-boyfriend, Dustin, reached out to Steve to see if he could get her the necessary help she needs to get better. Here's how it all begins.
In a gifted program.
Well, I'm a hooker. I do heroin and crack. In order to get heroin and crack, I work the streets.
She's been a heroin and crack addict for 4 years, going on 5.
Geez, it's honestly so heartbreaking for any parent to see their child turn out like this. I'm sure the question on everyone's mind right now is, how did it all start? Her mother claims that she always hated smoking and drugs, right from when she was little. Where did it all go wrong?
She had really stopped doing it for the baby's sake. But then she had the baby. My granddaughter was...
I'm glad my mom is taking care of my daughter because it's better for her. I want her to have a good life.
She has a kid? Wow, having a kid with such a condition is just a no-no. Her mom even said that she had to kick her out of the house because she was always high around her child. Thank goodness her mom has such a sweet soul.
I just don't want to lose her.
I don't know. It's very hard because this is not my daughter. It's not who she is.
What sucks the most is the fact that she can't help it. You can see it in her eyes that deep down, she really doesn't want to be a heroin addict, but she's in way too deep, and the only way she can come out of it is by getting help from the outside.
You're not talking. Why? Kaylee, I want to send you to rehab. Do you want to get clean? Do you want to turn your life around?
I don't want to talk to you.
Why? Why do you not want to talk to me?
You're normal.
Now, Steve tries to speak to Kaylee with the hopes of trying to convince her to willingly go to rehab, but sadly, that blows up in his face. Kaylee does not want to speak to anyone. They better get out of that room before she decides to get violent.
It is my fault. It's my fault, okay? You start stealing what I did, and I supported our habit, thousands of dollars for my family.
Is this what you want then?
She got pregnant.
Oh, it all makes sense now. It has always been a two-way thing. Apparently, the whole heroin addiction started with her and Dustin. They kept telling each other they would quit until things went south, and Kaylee just couldn't help but become an addict. At least we know Dustin feels guilty because he could have stopped it.
I was gonna kill my child. I am offering no excuses to you while I kept getting heroin for her while she was pregnant. Because I did, okay? I did, and she used the whole time she was pregnant. It got so bad, I didn't know what to do.
Oh my God. He gave her heroin in the delivery room? Come on. Didn't he think of the baby she was about to give birth to? That's just going too far. That explains why he feels so guilty for the whole situation. He should, because to a large extent, it's kind of his fault.
I appreciate the applause, but this is what is important, and that is why I'm here today. She's the mother of my child. I love this girl with all my heart, all of my heart. And she won't even talk to me because she thinks I abandoned her, but I had to leave. I had to leave.
Nothing is more beautiful than seeing him admit his fault and wanting to get better. He admits he was at fault and has been very sober for over 6 months. All he wants now is for Kaylee to get better and for him to be able to take care of his daughter, who's with Kaylee's mother.
There's no audience here. It's just you and me talking. How would you describe your life?
It's horrible.
Do you want to stop using heroin?
Yeah.
And you have a little girl? How old is your little girl?
She just turned 1 last month.
She just turned 1.
I'm honestly close to tears right now. Seeing anyone in a state like this would make you so sad. Steve was finally able to get her out of the room and get her to talk about how she feels about her current situation.
5 to 10 times a day.
5 to 10 times a day.
I spend about anywhere from, if I wanted to, I could spend about 500. I generally, on average, spend about 300.
I really hope people are going to listen to her advice. Being in such a state where you have to sleep with 7 guys just to get some money for feeding is just crazy. Let's see if she eventually gets the help she needs from Steve.
And it's gonna control you and consume you. But you know what? If you went today, you've got people that are gonna help you right away. Right away.
Okay, Kaylee, it's decision time. You can start right now. You could go right now.
Lianna is a young girl who got exposed to the wrong type of life a little too early. She's just 14, and all she does is drink and smoke her life away. Her mom allows her to do whatever she wants because she doesn't really care, but other members of her family are worried and have asked Steve to help her out.
I smoked marijuana and I got kicked out of school. I started drinking when I was 11. I took 12 shots and I started throwing up in the bathtub. Once I started drinking, I can't really taste it no more, so I don't know when to stop.
Haha, looks like think we know where the problem is coming from. She loves her because she says her mom is just like her. She allows her to go to parties and also allows her to get away with almost anything. In Steve's book, that's called bad parenting.
Honestly, because she can. She's never really had discipline, you know? Like, my mom's been, you know, doing drugs since she was 6. My sister is 6, off and on. She just doesn't have the discipline. I don't know.
Thank goodness she has a sister who actually cares about her and wants her to get better, unlike her mom, who just seems to allow Lianna to do anything she wants. Well, let's hear what her mother has to say.
Applied alcohol to your daughter?
I have not openly said, here's alcohol, you can drink it. We've had parties before. I had myself a really nice bar with, you know, full supply of alcohol, and we've had parties before where they started drinking, and after a while I started paying attention, noticed the bottles going down.
Thank you, Steve. You honestly could not have said it better. She's their mother, for crying out loud. She's meant to check on these kids and make sure they are not doing things they should not be doing. If anything happens to her daughter, she better take all the blame for real.
Have you given your daughter marijuana?
No.
Have you smoked it with her?
That was an accident with the hookah. I did not know there was marijuana.
Yeah,
okay.
but it was also tobacco.
I still can't believe she told Steve that she smoked marijuana with her daughter by accident. I don't think anyone needs to spell it out to her. She has got to be the worst mother on planet Earth, and I'm sure everyone would agree on that.
Oh my God.
And you drink
seriously
with
gonna...
the other kids? What the heck's wrong with you?
This is an act.
Huh?
You
Oh,
are
that's
so
real cool, huh?
fake.
Oh, you're the big party mom.
Oh my God.
You're
are
a
you
moron.
Serious?
Ha ha. Seems like the problem is not just from Lianna's mom. Apparently her father also takes some of these substances. Lianna's mom claims her dad is even worse than she is, and if they took an alcohol test right there, he would be positive. This is bad parenting on an insane level.
Why do you think this is happening? Why do you think you're doing all that? And you're not in school, by the way, which is a major problem. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody trying to guide you in the right way?
Wow. Even Lianna knows her parents are a horrible influence on her. Steve gets her to open up about how she feels and can hear it in her voice that she's just tired. Well, one thing makes Steve happy though, and that's the fact that she wants him to help her get better.
It's probably not best, even if you don't allow her to do it. Maybe she doesn't want to come home and see dad drinking every day. It's not a good image for her. So maybe if you want to have a beer, you do it when your daughter's not around. You need to step up to the plate right now.
Steve is not happy with these parents at all. He gives them a scolding session, and honestly, he's doing the right thing. If they can't speak some sense into their heads, maybe Steve can. Let's just hope they listen and actually do better with their daughter.
I don't know, I guess drug counseling?
Drug counseling. That's a good suggestion.
Okay.
I got a better suggestion.
Okay.
Would you be willing to go to drug rehab?
Yeah, sure.
28 days. 28 days. You got to go away. Hold on.
Out of all the cases, this has got to be the worst. Brandy is Janet's daughter. She's just 12 years old, and she has had sex with over 200 people. Her mom is worried for her safety and has decided to reach out to Steve Wilkos for some help. Here's how she opens up about the situation.
Were you aware of any of this?
Not for a while. I wasn't. Maybe I didn't want to know. In the last couple of months, things have really gotten out of control. I've called, counselors. We go to counselors to talk. I try to talk to Brandy.
Now, that's just wild. Janet tells Steve that she has never had a man in the house before, and she had no idea her daughter was into prostitution, which then begs the question, how did she get herself mixed up in such a lifestyle?
Why would you even allow her to leave the house? When you go to sleep
When
at
I go
night,
to sleep,
she's
yes.
taken off.
She's taken off. My neighbor comes to me the next day. Did you know that Brandy left at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, no, I didn't.
Right.
I'm in the bed. When I go to bed, she's in her room asleep.
Oh my God. 5 sexually transmitted diseases at just the age of 16? That's a lot. The beautiful thing about this whole situation is the fact that her mother is willing to do anything to save her daughter. Well, I think it's time we hear Brandy's side of the story.
If I choose to have sex, I've been having sex since I was 12, and nothing's been got done about it since I've had sex 12.
Well, you caught 5 sexually transmitted diseases, right? I mean, to be 16?
Oh, Steve is not going easy on her. He needs to speak some sense into her thick skull. If she keeps going like this, she's definitely going to hurt herself really badly. But come on, Brandy, 200 is a lot of people.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Nobody's trying to beat up on you. I mean, honestly, and when I said it, I mean it. I look at every young woman and I think of my daughter, and I think what's happening to you.
It's so beautiful to see that Steve honestly wants the best for this young girl. He even told her she reminds him of his own daughter, and whatever she needs to do to get better, he is going to make sure he does it. Isn't that so sweet?
Good moral guys aren't picking up young prostitutes off the street. Are you open to getting some help and stopping this?
Yes.
You are.
Jennifer and Tim have been married for some time now. Jennifer claims that her husband is addicted to teen porn, and on multiple occasions she has seen him searching for teen porn on the internet. As if that's not bad enough, she also claims that he sneaks multiple teenage girls into the house to sleep with them. She breaks it down to Steve by saying this.
And why do you think?
Because about a month before I got pregnant with my daughter, I caught him watching porn, teen porn, and
how did you know like it was teen porn?
Because it said.
I'm confused as hell. Did she just say she was 17 and he was 30 when they started dating? I think I see a pattern here. It seems like Tim might be into very young girls, and even though he is married to Jennifer, he can't let go of his addiction.
Now, you were told your husband Tim brings underage girls into your apartment. Now, I know the pornography's bad. For you, it's upsetting, and him checking out other girls is upsetting to you.
I won't even lie. When I heard figure 14, I actually screamed. A 30-year-old man messing around in bed with a 14-year-old girl? Someone, please call the police. This man needs to be away from society as soon as possible.
Him always looking at other females and just the way he acts and stuff, like never wanting to do anything with me, or like if I try to talk to him, he don't ever want no part of it.
Do you feel he's still attracted to you?
Thank goodness she said that. It looks like Jennifer is not going to stick around if the allegations of her husband sleeping with underage girls come out to be true. Well, let's hear what Tim had to say.
Wasn't even long after we got married and you just walked outside, and if a female walked by you were looking, that's disrespectful to me.
But can you not sit there and say that because of our history, that no matter what, if you think something, no matter what, that's the way it is?
I'm not even surprised he cheated on her for real. For someone who barely touches his wife and is always watching teen porn, it's only natural that he would confess to cheating on her. I honestly don't know why Jennifer is still with him.
Why would you get yourself involved with such a young girl?
I really liked her personality, and to me, she was 17, and we even both talked about maybe we should just give it time.
Ow! So Jennifer also cheated on him. In her defense, she claims she only did it because he cheated on her in the past, and she's been hearing a lot of allegations that he has been sleeping with other teenage girls, but he denies ever sleeping with any other teenage girl.
On the lie detector test, we asked you, since you have been married, other than the one female Jennifer knows about, and the results for your lie detector test, all the results came back the same, and it came back that Tim did not tell the truth.
Wow, Tim has actually been sleeping with teenage girls and he still watches teenage porn. Steve, I think you have to call the cops at this point. If I were in Jennifer's shoes, this would be the end of your marriage, and that's a fact.
The 6 to fail or play. Anything in between, we couldn't have a conclusive test, okay? -6 says you're lying. He's a -10 on his test. Okay, so not only is did you need that test to really know what's going on? No.
In this situation, Bianca claims that her kids were taken from her due to false allegations of her being a cocaine addict. She had a test done, and she tested positive to cocaine 6 different times. Now she's on Steve's show with the hopes of getting her children back. Here's how the case begins.
Last summer, I went to the store, and when I came back, my kids were gone, and my things was put out on the street. I left my kids at home alone because I knew I was...
That's weird. If she's never done cocaine in her life, why do the tests keep coming back saying she's been using cocaine? I don't know about you, but that doesn't make sense. Is someone messing with her test results?
Basically, we went to the store early that morning, like she said. We left our children at home, which was a mistake. When we came back, like she said, we were evicted and our stuff was put out.
Why does it feel like someone is trying to split their family apart? Sexually accusing her son is one strong allegation. If it actually turns out that he did it, I really don't know what's going to happen to him.
6 times.
It might be my fault. I was doing cocaine. I don't know if...
You were doing cocaine?
Yeah.
Now, how were you using?
I'm snorting.
Snorting?
Yeah.
Well, see, but if you're snorting cocaine, how's it get into her system?
They definitely don't teach that in high school or college. There's no way cocaine can be passed to another person through sex. It's either Bianca took it with him, or he somehow put it in her system. Whichever the case, the truth has got to come out.
Steve, I've never done cocaine. I've never done it. Never, ever in life. Never.
Neither have I. And I guarantee you that if I went back and took a drug test myself, it wouldn't be in my system. And I got drug tests all the time when I was in the Marine Corps.
This is still so ridiculous. They both do not know how she keeps testing positive for cocaine? Like, are they being serious? You could fail 2 drug tests and that would be understandable, but failing 6 of them? Now that's a wild card.
Was accused of sexually molesting your son. We asked, did you ever do anything sexual with Bianca's son? He answered no. He told the
At least we know he is safe from sexually assaulting her son. Looks like someone was actually spreading rumors about him while he was in jail. Well, let's hear what Steve has to say about Bianca's drug test results.
You answered no. Have you ever been present when Robert has used any form of cocaine? You answered no. Have you ever allowed anyone else to use any form of cocaine in your home? You answered no, and you did not tell the truth. Okay.
Ouch! That definitely slapped her in the face. Who has been using cocaine in her home? She's saying she has no idea who it is, but Steve finds it very difficult to believe she's telling the truth.
But your bad decisions are not just affecting you. So you know, when we're parents, when we make bad decisions, it affects the whole family, right?
Right.
And your kids now are been in foster care for over a year now, okay? You knew he was doing cocaine. Why are you with somebody that's doing cocaine when you're raising children?
Diamond claims that the money she had been saving for more than 2 years disappeared overnight after she told Shanda about it. Shanda happens to be her friend, and she thinks Shanda stole the money in a very sneaky way. Of course, when she asked her for the money, she denied it. Now, Diamond wants to find out if she really stole the money.
That I had been saving for the past 2 years came up missing. It was like about 50,000 that came up missing out of my bedroom. Me being so trustworthy, I pretended to be asleep, to stay behind so that she could.
This is going to be one tough case for Steve to settle. Both women look like if they find themselves in the same room, they are going to tear out each other's clothes. Diamond claims that all she wanted to do was help Shanda, and she returned the favor by stealing all of her money.
They're trying to play this role like you innocent. When you changed the lock on your door that night that Shanda, you knew she was at my house braiding my kids' hair. How you gonna see, you know, you said you changed the lock because of no progress.
Looks like another of Shanda's friends was in on the whole thing. Diamond walks up to the studio, blazing like a volcano ready to spill. She accuses Shanda's friend of changing the lock because she knew Shanda had stolen her money.
Came in and he got mad because she had like some hot irons, flat irons and other stuff on his pool tape. So he said something to her about it.
You can't do that.
Right. I told her, don't say nothing to my husband. Wait till I...
Well, the story goes on, and it's starting to look like things are about to take a different turn. Diamond tells Steve that she showed Shanda her bags of cash while she was with her in the room. Apparently, she had more than 50,000 saved up in the bags, but somehow 50,000 went missing.
Yeah. Did you take her money?
No, I didn't take her money. And that's big facts. I didn't take her money.
Did she show you the money?
Yeah, she showed me her money on video chat.
And when you saw that money, what'd you think?
I mean, I was like, okay, you know. I mean, at that time, like...
Haha, seems like Shanda is changing the narrative of the whole thing. Now she's claiming the whole thing happened on a video call, and she was never in her house to begin with. At this point, it's really hard to see who is telling the truth. Well, let's see what the test results are going to reveal.
Did you really have $50,000 in your closet the day in question? She answered yes. Did money really go missing the day in question from a purse inside your closet that you had money stolen from you?
At least that's been cleared. Diamond was not making the story up. Some money was actually taken out of her bags of cash. The question on everyone's mind right now is, who took the cash from her room?
Results to those 4 questions came back the same, and they came back that Sean told the truth.
Oh wow, so apparently it seems like no one took the money from her house. Seems like Demon is about to lose her friends and is not going to find out who took her money as well. It must really suck to be her right now. I wouldn't want to be in her shoes.
I hope you coming on and you got answers. I hope it narrows it down to help you find out who took your money. I think we're on the same page as we know who took your money. You need to go home, find that out. But the rest of you...
Lameka claims that she loves her boyfriend with all her heart, but the issue with their relationship is that she's accusing him of cheating on her. Now, he admits to creating fake Facebook profiles to sleep with women, but says he never followed through with it. Lameka dragged him to find out if he actually cheated on him.
My girlfriend Lameka, she caught me having fake Facebook. I had created another page to talk to women, to have sex with them, but I didn't go through with it. I did talk about having sex with those women. I was afraid that I actually have met up with some of these women.
Who knew you had to create a fake Facebook account to cheat? What's even worse about this situation is that her boyfriend, Jemil, had so many fake profiles that he forgot he had some of them. At least he knows what he did was wrong and he wants to make things right with his girlfriend.
Because if he really loves me and all this everything he said was true, he wouldn't texting nobody. He wouldn't have been asking nobody for sex. He wouldn't have been trying to meet up with anybody.
And how long have the two of you been together?
Wow. Lameka just told Steve that in all his previous relationships, he cheated on all the women he dated. I don't know about her, but that's an absolute red flag. If I were in her shoes and I heard something like that, I would run for my life because at some point he would cheat on me too.
So the next day I tried to log in and another name popped up. So I clicked on it and he used the same password for. So when I put the same, I put the password in there.
I have to hand it to her. She sure knows how to play the detective role in a relationship. Who knows? Maybe Steve might give her a job after this show. Oh well, Jemil better get himself up on that stage and defend himself because she is so ready to walk away from the relationship.
Can't apologize 1,000 times, can't apologize a million times. Not gonna change anything. I can't do nothing about it. I mean, it's gonna be stuck in your head, it's gonna be stuck in mine. I mean, we took the pages down together. I mean.
He isn't lying though. She does look pretty. He does seem to mean everything he is saying. He claims he is sorry and is ready to put it all behind them if Lameka is also willing to. But if we are being honest, the only thing that can change her mind are the results from the lie detector test.
What stopped you from meeting up and actually having sex?
It was actually like a time frame thing, and honestly, like thinking about her, like it's bad to say.
Why do I get the feeling that he is not telling the truth? Yeah, he says he is willing to do anything it takes to make things right with him and his girlfriend, but does he really mean it? The results are about to pop out.
Jemil received oral sex from the woman and fondled her body.
That was around the time, like, I should have told you, but that was around the time you said it didn't really matter because you said we was broken up.
Let's see if he's going to pass. What? He met a random lady and just went into the woods and had oral sex? Okay, that is just crazy on so many levels. He claims they had broken up the period it happened, but come on, man. A random woman? Is he for real?
Since being in a relationship with Lameka, have you in any sexual intercourse with any other woman besides Lameka? He answered no, and the results came back to all three of those questions the same. It came back that Jemil told the truth.
Well, it did come as a shock, and at the same time, it didn't. He came to the show hoping to fix his relationship with his girlfriend, and from the looks of it, he might be a lucky man. Nothing is more beautiful than when an individual knows a mistake has been made and wants to do anything to make it right.
For the sake of your daughter that you share together, for your son and his daughter that you blended together, is it worth it maybe give them a chance? No, I'm not asking you.
You're right, Steve. I'm sorry, sir.
I think I am going to take back what I said. He isn't going to be lucky. Lameka is one strong-minded person for real. She tells Steve that she already gave him a chance to come clean, and he refused to take it. So anything that happens from here onward, she is fine with it.
Can I get something? Maybe, yes, no. So where you want to go from here? Is this really gonna be the end of us?
I don't know.
Can you at least give me a possibility on something?